Good afternoon. It is Friday, September 22nd. Another beautiful day. Us and the grounds crew are all happy because we finally got some rain. So I did not do a video last week. I was a little under the weather, not in the mood, and my voice was pretty far off. Just now starting to kind of get it back. So I know I do videos every week because we do a lot every week, and try to report what we did in the last 2 weeks would take quite a while. So I'm going to try to just hit the bullet points here. The past 2 weeks were pretty dry up until last night. Caught 6/10 of rain, another 10th this morning. Unfortunately, that meant 160 rounds of golf today are playing on the paths. Even as things really start to soak up, and I've been out here multiple times, including right now, which is about 1:30, checking fairways, and I mean we're right there, but then we have some really wet spots still in fairways, and the golf course could use a break anyway. So sorry, today's cart path only all day. As long as we don't catch any more rain, we will be off path probably tomorrow, and then Sunday. But more chances of rain today, more chances tomorrow night and Sunday. Then it looks all dry again next week. So much needed rain. The last couple weeks have been very difficult. We've been trying to balance out irrigation. So you probably noticed a lot of brown areas, a lot of areas that were dry, and then maybe right next to that was a sprinkler head that just didn't have perfect coverage, and it was wet. So very difficult for us to try to keep the grounds balanced out between long distances between rains. Definitely having some issues there, but that rain should really help us out and get us right back to ground zero. With the cooler temps, zoysia's really slowed down. So zoysia tees, fairways, and collars have really stopped growing rapidly like they were before. We're down to mowing once a week, and we're pretty close to our last mow. Usually mow zoysia for the last time about October 1st, which is another reminder. We will probably we historically go to mats only on the driving range after Closing Day Classic, which is also only a couple weeks away. So it shows you it's been a great year. Official start of fall is already here. It was either last Saturday or this Saturday. I don't know, I'm losing track. I think it's this Saturday. So fall's here. So we're just gonna start going to dormancy slowly. So we'll start leaving a winter height on zoysia so it can withstand the winter. So in the last 2 weeks, just quick bullet point, we finally vented greens for the first time in over a month. Poked some holes in them after the club championship so we can get some water back down there, much needed. Came back in the evening of that Monday and sprayed our wetting agent, which I'd talked about in the previous video. Getting our soil working again, getting that water filtration and making it work. Then we attacked some sod. So we stole some sod off of the red tee on 7 and really shaped that up so it looked a little better, and it is still plenty big enough for play. Stole that zoysia, repaired a couple areas, 11 fairway, 5 fairway, then brought in some fescue, repaired some areas around 8 green, 1 green, 7 fairway, 7 rough next to the fairway, 12 rough, and also filled in the area that we stole on 7 red tee. So that turned out really good. That was the previous week. Also previous week was we fertilized our zoysia tees and collars for the last time. Give it some nutrients to go to bed with. Don't want it going to bed on an empty stomach, so give it some nutrients so it can properly go into dormancy healthy. This week, skipping ahead, we applicated basically, I don't want to call it fertilizer because it's not. It's gypsum, which is calcium, which is a nutrient, but we're using it more as a soil amendment that will loosen up the tied up nutrients that are already in the soil. Free nutrients in the soil. They just need to be freed up. So applied gypsum to the fairways that will free up those nutrients, and will also help leach out some of the bad guys, some of our bicarbonates, some of the negative ion bad guys. So that's on fairways. This week we also did a little bit of drainage work, so that's our project for the week. Is on 7T. We have a drain on the cart path that was not draining. had cypress root blockage there. So we opened that up and repaired that. 18 approach, which became a little bit of a quagmire over the last month or so, was a drain from the cart path next to the green that was compromised in the approach area. So water was backing up and holding in the approach and just making a mess. So we trenched that out and repaired that as well. We'll have to do a little more work to the sod there. We just kind of slapped it back together. Once things settle, we'll get it even back out. So that's it. I try to talk as quick as possible. I'm still at 5 minutes and 39 seconds and counting. Thanks for your support. Big update this week. Beautiful weather. We'll see what the weather does over the weekend. Chances of rain. Back at it next week. Another beautiful week. Premium golf conditions here at Bogey Hills Country Club, St. Charles, Missouri. Signing off, Chad Fetter, Golf Course Superintendent. Thank you. Goodbye.